Hey, what's up, everybody? We're Velafire from Spokane, Washington. I'm Corey. I play the drums.
I'm Sam. I play guitar.
I'm Trevor, and I sing.
We're really excited to be working with From the Depths Entertainment, and we got some great things coming up in the future. So we did, come from the same kind of music scene here in Spokane, just kind of the heavier music scene, metal and everything. There's actually quite a big metal scene here in Spokane. We all came from a couple different bands. I was in a band called Elements. They were in a band called What Wings Once Held, and you guys were together for a few years, right?
In a few years, yeah.
Yeah, and so they both had their kind of the heavier stuff, a lot of screaming and stuff, like that. But we kind of wanted to take it to a different level, and we wanted to focus a little bit more on the melodic aspects of things. Focus on catchier melodies, hooks, just try to change things up a little bit. Now
Experiment.
We do some screaming still, but it's very, very little compared to what we're normally used to in this scene.
Right. Just don't want to limit ourselves, I would say.
So the name Velafire is actually, we thought of it completely on accident. It was we were changing the name, and basically what was happening is we were going through just name after name, just thinking about all these different kinds of things. Basically what we wanted the most was we wanted to have a name that was easy to spell, easy to pronounce, and something that we felt just flowed really well off the tongue, like rolled off the tongue a little bit. And so, to be honest, it was a complete typo. It was autocorrect.
Not bad.
Yeah, like he was. Trevor had
Trevor's
something.
the worst texter in the world.
I know, I'm
Seriously.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think the original, someone came up with Velafire with a B. We're like, oh yeah, cool, it's fine. We were like arguing about it for so long, and we finally just kind of liked one. We're like, yeah, sure. And I typed it out. I was like, yes, I like Velafire. Let's settle on it. But it autocorrected to Velafire, two different words. I looked up what Vela means. I don't know, what's it pronounced, like Vila?
It's pronounced Vila, but
I guess it's like Latin for the
Mass of a ship
or something like that. So I don't know, we just kind of slapped it together and it just seemed to fit with us. So
yeah, it was awesome. We finally figured out the name after just days and days and days of dealing with it. And like when he had that autocorrect, it was like just Laura. Like it's a Family Guy reference. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah. So like it was right. So but yeah, it was fun because we finally figured it out, and then we were able to move on from there because
destiny.
Band names can be sometimes the hardest thing to really think of. Think of something that's going to be catchy, something people are going to remember, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the band name.
Yeah. That's just it. There it is.
Like what we want our listeners to take from our music is to be able to take our lyrics and our music and be able to, I guess, interpret it in their own way, into like their own experiences and everything. I mean, we definitely have our own kind of meaning behind all of our songs, and we have certain experiences and things in our lives that are dedicated to certain songs and everything. But I feel like what we really wanted to do is to make it to where people can, I guess, connect with it in their own ways.
Interpret it.
Yeah.
Their own different ways, yeah.
Yeah, because that's we want people to actually connect with our music, and I guess a way of doing that is being able to see a little bit of themselves in it, and kind of feel like they're at home. And that's something
honest.
Yeah.
Very honest.
And we try to just make music that people, like I said, that can just really connect with, and so like that's kind of what we want our listeners to take from it. How's the new music coming along?
Swimmingly
well, I would say.
Yeah, new music's coming pretty well. We got
So stoked.
a new single that we're currently working on. We are in the process of waiting for it to be mixed and mastered, and we're actually going to be releasing it with a music video. There's not an exact time of when it's going to be released yet, but we do have some good things in the works. We're actually really stoked about this new single. I mean, I think every band is really stoked about their new song that they're coming out with. But
I
mean,
it's the best thing ever.
Right.
The next one is.
Yeah, it's like, but I think it's
wait.
right. Yeah, and it's like I think we just have a lot that's going into this one. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be probably one of our fullest sounding kind of songs.
A little different, yeah.
It's gonna have a little bit more production to it than the last couple songs that we've released. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely stoked about this, and I think it's definitely good that most bands are able to be excited about the next one, because I mean we want to be able to progress in our music. So
yeah, and then the studio again, right?
Yep, yeah, we're gonna be going back into the studio in September to start tracking our EP with Identity Studios here in Spokane. And we're pretty stoked about it. We got some ideas going, and we can't wait to get that ball rolling.
Can't wait to start writing it.
Right. Oh man, you haven't been writing this whole time?
I didn't tell you guys.
Oh my gosh, man.
We're
I'm
months behind right now.
Oh, I got all these.
Playing live is, I would say, one of our absolute most favorite thing to do, 100%.
Yeah.
About being in a band.
Yeah, we definitely feel that we all belong on the stage a lot more than anything else. I mean, we love writing music in the studio, but stage is just where it's at. We
being able to express the songs physically, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's like, for me, like one of my dreams is to be able to have my band play on stage and be able to have people in the crowd singing the lyrics to our songs. I think that would be a surreal kind of experience that we hopefully would be able to have in the future, as long as we keep releasing stuff and everything. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell sometimes on stage that we just love what we do up there, because you can see us every once in a while just breaking this massive grin on our face to each other, and just huge, just cheeses.
Just getting wild and rowdy.
That's why I can never look at Trevor if I'm playing. It's because as soon as we make eye contact, it's
just get one of these. Just put a little attitude.
A little sass behind it.
Yeah.
Or he'll slap me in the face. Or
hit
his hand on my guitar.
Right. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Swollen for a while.
Say swole. Like, favorite track to play live, I think maybe
my favorite ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my favorite to play live is Voids.
Song 5.
Or Song 5. Okay, a little backstory behind that. So not all of our songs actually have names until they actually are recorded in the studio. So most of our songs are called Song 5. The new song. But the thing is, we keep coming out with newer songs, and so the new song doesn't really make sense anymore.
Song.
It gets so confusing. It gets so confusing.
Right.
Second newest edited
the
song.
The fifth song is actually my favorite to play, but anyways, Voids. Yeah.
Yeah. It was our debut single. We thought that song had a lot of energy to it, a lot of emotion, and which is why we chose that to be our first single to record.
I thought it was the bee's knees. That's what I say.
Right. It's just a lot of fun to play on stage, and I think for me the best part about it is that it's been released with a lyric video, and so every once in a while, if we have a good sized crowd or whatever, we can see some people in the crowd actually singing to it, which is pretty
cool.
Which is awesome.
It's a good feeling for sure.
Definitely.
We're taking it in, and I appreciate that. So thank you.
Yeah, like the people have actually taken the time to listen to the music and watch the video enough times to where they can actually know the lyrics.
Yeah, Voids is fun. A lot of energy.
A lot of energy. So yeah, so one of the last shows that we played, it was a fairly good bill. Like there was a couple of great bands on it. They promoted it for months. This was going to be actually our first big show that we had played as Velafire, and we were extremely excited about it. So what happened was we got up on stage. We were the second ones to play in the bill, and there were some issues with our technical stuff. We had some technical difficulties with one of our guitar players' gear. Just wasn't working, and the stage manager for the headlining band was actually giving us a very strict time slot with no exceptions.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
While we're setting up.
yeah.
10 minutes to play and.
Which doesn't make sense because the original headlining band that was supposed to play there they weren't able to make it to the venue, and so we actually had more time. We shouldn't have been rushed. We started our set about a half an hour before we really should have, and by the time that we got up on stage, we had everything set up, and we had some things wrong, like I said, and then all of a sudden the stage manager comes up and says, "Hey, just to let you guys know, you got 7 minutes to be able to play before you get off the stage." And obviously we're all stressed. Our hearts are beating through our chests because this is, the show that we were all excited for, and then we're, gonna get cut off. And
It's
so
one of our biggest nightmares as anything.
other than showing up to the gig without my drum kit. That's probably not the one.
Probably not
Right. But yeah, so anyways, we finally played through a couple of our songs. We were planning on just going through our entire set. And what happened was stage manager came up and pretty much told us to cut. And so we had to unfortunately say goodbye to the crowd and thank them, and we were pretty bummed out about it. But I guess the one thing that was kind of the silver lining from it is that we got a lot of support from our fans. Had
That's
a lot
crazy.
Our friends.
Our friends and fans, yeah, friends.
Fans.
So, but yeah, I mean, they all came up and wanted to, take photos with us and wanted us to sign things. It was the first time that we had actually felt bigger than I guess we really are. So, so I guess out of all of that kind of crazy hoopla, it was
got a good response.
Exactly. Yeah, we had a lot of support. It went swimmingly, man.
All right.
So if we were to choose 3 bands to tour with, I would love to tour with Slaves. I mean, they definitely have a killer sound, and they definitely have a lot of energy on stage, and they never seem to disappoint, the fans and me and stuff for like all their music that they release, and so I think it'd be great to be able to go on tour with them.
You don't got anybody.
Come back to me.
Okay, honestly, would it have to be like a really good tour, or like just who I just
It's
want?
just a band you would want to be able to tour with.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy and it'd be kind of a weird tour, but I'd say the 1975. Sorry, buddy. No, really, I think they're a phenomenal band. They're really good, and they tour a lot, so that would be cool, right? Slaves,
Yeah.
1975, and just pick a Fall Out Boy, man.
No, I was gonna say the generic issue.
Wiz
Hands Like Houses.
Khalifa.
Hands Like
Wiz
Houses.
Khalifa.
Hands Like
There you go,
Houses.
Hands Like Houses, yeah.
Good band.
Yeah, they're awesome.
That'd be a cool
Solid.
tour.
They're Australian, so that's pretty much all the reason I
So a lot of great music coming from Australia.
Oh yeah.
Those guys, they got big things there, like animals and things that can kill you, and they have big bands.
I'm pretty sure every animal can kill you.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
any
pretty sure.
living thing in that place can kill you.
Down
Pretty
under.
sure. Yeah, I think-
Need some work.
I think it's in a good place, honestly. I think the fans of post-hardcore or anything like alternative pop punk or anything like that, I think they're extremely dedicated to the music. I think it's because the music is it's really honest and it reaches out to people. Kids will drive like hundreds of miles to go see their favorite band in like a rundown venue with 100 people in it. You know what I mean? So I think that's a really good place. I know that there's bands like getting higher up on the Billboard charts and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's growing. I think it
can only go up from here.
Yeah, good
Just
things.
because of
good
the upcoming bands. The bands that are coming up have a lot of the same passion and stuff as we do, and so as they progress through their years, we'll eventually start seeing, I think, a bigger scene in the post areas.
You know what? We're in Washington. We're neighbors to Seattle. So I think Washington is always going to be known for really good artists just because of Seattle. Spokane, though, it's a lot smaller, so we don't really have the opportunity to have big scenes and subgenres, like a metalcore scene and all that stuff. So everyone's kind of meshed together, and everyone's pretty tight-knit and good friends with everybody, I
think we do get some good support in this scene especially. I mean, there's also some great bands that have been like Trevor was saying, in Seattle. And so it's nice that we can, have a weekend tour. We'd be able to just kind of zip right over to Seattle and
do a little Northwest run real quick.
Yeah, we've actually been wanting to do that. Wanting to hit some major cities like Boise, Seattle, Portland. Just be able to kind of do that for a weekend. It's something we've been wanting to do, but I think we could definitely get some good shows going on in those areas. So yeah, the music scene in Washington is great.
Fantastic.
I think for newer bands, it's sometimes really good to, have people download their music for free.
Yeah, for free,
because it can be such an inconvenience for some people to spend 99 cents on a song, and so which is why that we actually released our first 2 singles for free, so people can actually take them, because
I think it's good in moderation. Like for beginning,
illegal downloading.
Illegal downloading? I thought it was just
you're gonna say illegal downloading, but people download stuff for free all the time.
Yeah, it's never gonna go away.
Yeah, it's a thing that's illegal that's never gonna be enforced for real.
Yeah.
Especially. Yeah, it's just I don't know. But I mean for me it's definitely a double-edged sword. I mean, it's cool to get some great exposure with people, downloading our music. It's like to a point it's like at one point we're bummed because we're not making, the money that we need to be able to put towards, more things like more music and more merch and everything. But at the same time, it's cool that our music is on on our fans' devices. Like it's on their iPhones, on their computers. So they're listening to it.
Matters right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's right. I mean? Yeah, I mean, we're definitely trying our best to get our name out as much as possible. And so, at the present time, downloading for free is not really a bad thing.
We have a music video coming out here pretty soon, as well as that new single we were talking about. We have the EP to look forward to. Get tracking on that here within a couple months.
Less than a month.
Less than
a month.
Less than a month. Okay, EP tracking.
Living the now.
Living the now, not the yesterday.
Okay, and we got some good shows. Hopefully,
Yeah,
we're looking at coming.
Go on.
We're looking at some good shows coming up here soon in town, and that's on our plate.
Yeah, hopefully once we start, getting into the whole flow of starting to track the EP, that we can, start booking a lot more shows. We've been taking some time off from the shows just so we can, write. And once we start getting into the whole thing of, actually tracking it and everything, that we don't have to put so much thought to where we would need a lot, more time to do towards that. So luckily within the next couple months or so, we're gonna, start, booking some more shows to be on stage and just kind of see everybody, play some more music.
Yeah.
Definitely want to give a shout out to Identity Studios here in Spokane, Washington. Great group of guys. They're incredibly fun to hang out with, as well as work with. It's a really chill environment, and they do some incredible stuff. They've been doing a lot of drum cover works kind of stuff, and they've they're incredible in the studio.
Give him a call.
Right, yeah. Scott Rodriguez is incredible.
Send him a fax.
For his audio engineering. He's been the mastermind behind all of that. And Josh Winger is the guy who does all the photos for us and the video work for our music video that's coming out. So make sure to keep an eye out for that when that comes out. It's incredible. If they're
phenomenal work too.
Yeah, I mean, you can find them at just facebook.com/ Identity Studios Washington, or WA. And so, you should be able to see a link right here.
Memory.
Right here.
Me and Trevor.
Right. You can do that, right? Can you split them all up wherever I'm going?
Yeah,
and then
you can find the link for Identity Studios right here.
Just like that.